What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. We'll get started in just under 2 minutes, guys. Everybody populate in. Good morning. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Shelby, Owen, Jesse, Morgan? What's up, guys? What's up, Instagram? What's up, Mom? Good morning, guys. We'll start in 45 seconds. Get those tickers in there. What's up, Karuna? Dang it. Excuse me. All right. Let's get started. Good morning. Happy July 27th, Monday. Did you survive the weekend? All right, Jess, go get on YouTube. It's a better platform anyway. Remember, guys, I broadcast live on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube gives you the horizontal view of the charts. And who knows how long I'll be on this meta platform. So we'll see. Let's get in the report, then I'll answer your questions. That's why I'm here, guys. So calendar this week, we had durable goods drop at 8:30. Really didn't move the needle much. PCEs Thursday, and Wednesday is the FOMOC rate decision. So I talked about my weekend update. Make sure you watch my weekend update over at YouTube at Student Alpha. The NIMO is at -24. The NAMO is getting interesting at -47. I know you can't see that in Instagram. Don't worry about it. We're just price monitoring it. It gets down to -60. We're going to call mean reversion levels. And then VIX, there's no fear in the markets at 18. Nobody's buying protections. We get caught off sides. It flushes hard. All right, let's get into where we're at with instruments. So ES is a long bias. Right, our next buy is coming up right here, coming out of the box about 14, 15. You want to make sure you've got 10 points there to the high, and then the all-time high. So you're going to hit some resistance right in here. You can see it already started. So be aware of that. You may want to take less points. We might be price trapped between the VWAP and these critical VWAP, CPI, PPI, all-time high. That's what that is. So we'll keep an eye on that. Remember, identifying a range is one of the smartest things you can do, and I've taught it extensively lately. One of the benefits coming in my war room. It's nothing to do with trade, but I teach. Yes, I have an official education. RTY, look at that, guys. My traders, we did finally sell down. It didn't really sell down that strongly, but guess where we're going to end up trapped again? We're going to get right up into this 3,000 bullshit and get trapped again. We do have, you see this resistance box? Let me move it over. I keep drawing. It still exists. It's just relocated. I'll bring it over here. Let me get rid of these. A box within a box, as it were. So it's going to be between 3,000 and that all-time high. So it's going to be the bottom side of that box is the resistance. The resistance. Sounds like a villain movie, doesn't it? But right now we're looking for buys. It's going to be right above this VWAP at about the price, about 74. When it occurs, we're probably 10 to 15 minutes out for that, before you get a primary read like that. All right, but it's setting up for the conditions, so keep an eye on that. And if it's 75, you have 10 points before it hits resistance, so should be good if it runs. NQ, the NAS, you have a pending primary read on the 5-minute not pending, but we're about, 77.5 is going to be the read if it occurs. So it'll turn this green. VWAP support's already had. We have momentum turn. This would be a 70-point trade if it happens. So keep an eye on that. That may happen more than likely before the war room if it keeps going. So 70-point trade in NAS is right there. 70 points a good day on leverage, guys. If you're wondering, get those questions in there because I'm going to get to them in just a second. YM is extremely bullish. Here was the last primary read, although you're going to see, look at that. Look at this primary read. The last one, the algorithm called, that was 400 points ago. It's 4 times what you normally hunt. And I identified this level pre-market as my next primary read, but as you can see, that's a ricochet. So it doesn't call it when it's not a clean cross. In this candle, it was crossed and then uncrossed, right? So you didn't get a clean read. And even if it would have been a cross recross, it would not have called it on negative momentum. So, but NAS only goes up, resistance, or not NAS. Well, NAS only goes up, but YM is running right now, looking very bullish, but resistance up there around 53,000. So we'll keep it on it. The next long read is going to be approximately 700. So keep an eye on that. Oil. What we got going in oil? All right, gold. Holy shit. My coffee not kicked in. It's just price trapped right now. Shorts at 4,100. Longs back into that area, although I don't like longs going into the box. Keep it on. If oil spikes, this drops. So shorts are looking pretty good underneath this, although we entered this and been just, look, guys, since last night's open, it's just running sideways. Looks like it wants to drop. I think a good, if you short this level, I think a good price target's the mid to high 50s. So keep an eye on that. And finally, oil, just a price monitor. Let's see what we got going on. It's bearish, but no way. WTI's tapping. Look, guys, if you watch my weekend update, make sure you take the time to do it. It's in that buy zone. Actually, give me a second. Let's switch that. Grab the wrong chart. Check this out. Right there. That's in the buy zone for a swing trade. Oh yeah, hostilities have cooled off a little bit. They ain't gonna cool off. They ain't gonna cool off. This shit's gonna run up there. When it gets 100, Trump will taco a little bit. He doesn't like it at 100. So all right, guys, I exist here to help you guys on Monday through Friday live for free. I do 11 a.m. on at Alpha Beta Report with Crypto John, and then I have my weekend update. You get a lot of free access to me. The guy that Meta says is a fraud doing all this free shit for you. Or actually, I'm the guy who's built 6- and 7-figure accounts with an actual education. You decide. You guys be the jury. Not the AI bots right here at Meta. All right, so let's get into YouTube. We'll answer your questions, and then Instagram will answer your questions. Thoughts on single stock futures? That'll be interesting when they come out. I think they'll be tradable, right? Historically, I've traded. I think Tesla will be interesting. So, no, I don't think it'll be bad, right? Especially when you're trading big name companies. So, what do you got over there? Instagram. Let's see. Scroll through. See what you got. Now's your time to put your questions out there, guys. Yep, no one works harder than me. Works 7 days a week. Damn, Antone, what's up? Can I speak about BCE? Oh, sure. Let's look at it. Just double checking. Is it this guy here? Does that look right? Ooh. Let's see. Let's look at what I'm doing right now down here is I'm checking for splits. Actually, let me get rid of that so Instagram can see it better. I keep forgetting to check that. Guys, if you want the full chart, jump over to YouTube. There are no splits in there. It is a dividend pair, 72 cents amount. All right. I like dividend pairs. That makes it more attractive for buying discounts. Give me a second. I haven't charted this one. So 1968. Let me check something. You guys can hang out with me while I do some, where's it at here? Gosh. What I'm looking for is, there we go. Average $27 to $31. This is part of an analytic group with people with actual education like myself doing ratings. So I'm just kind of curious what they think. Let's go back to BC, 31. So about $10 upside they're seeing, huh? That's a pretty significant drop off. Let's put that all-time high anchored VWAP in there. Yeah, that's why they have their price target there, guys. It's right at 31. That's where the analyst price target is. And you're getting, so you have market structure support down at 15. This is interesting. Interesting because it's a dividend payer and it's 72 cents. And at $21, that's a great ratio, a great percentage. So it looks like, I mean, on the shorter term time frames, it has more downside. I'll dig into this one deeper. I might even add this to the report. Thanks for the heads up. Let me put it over here just so I don't forget it. If you have any specific questions, you can ask in chat or go over to my free Discord and tag me. I'll dig into this. I've never charted. I want to dig into it deeper. And again, I like it because it's a dividend pair. If you follow me on my weekend update, I put some of those dividend pairs on there, right? So if it's a good fundamental buy, which dividend pairs are, and you can find a technical entry, that's pretty good. But hey, if I like it, I might add it to my weekend update. And Governor, the 514 Governor, credit to you for identifying it, right? All right, let's see what you got over here back on YouTube. So yes, wait for the primary read or VWAP entry valid. Let's go look at it. What's it doing? No, this is this would be a valid primary read if it comes in. We're at or above pricing, right? You know, it's going to be right around 13. Close this candle. How much time we got? We got a minute 40 on this. It'll be closer in the top side of the box. You can hunt that, but what you're limited by is the upside, right? You probably don't have a full 10 points upside. You might want to take 5, right? NQ VWAP, buy a good thing. I mean, it is NQ. It only likes to go up. So that would be a B setup. Yeah, you got to do it on a 1 minute. Check the momentum with the matrix. It's positive. I mean, you could do, if you enter here, use this pivot low at 647 or this one, 629 is your stop loss. Blaine wants WGMI. Don't recognize that one. WGMI. Oh no, Bitcoin mining. I don't know. Stay out of the Bitcoin miners. Make sure you talk to Crypto John. This is going to drop with the cycle low in crypto. It's going to be in October, so I'll wait for any of these miners. Let them discount for you, Blaine. But if you tag Crypto John in our Discord, he's the expert there. They're doing data centers now, Blaine. Interesting. Well, believe it or not, John's also a data center expert. He may or may not, in his other work, know about them. So they all pivoted. It's smart. I mean, structural support down here at 44. Just as a quick look. Everybody pivoted. They're all just trying to. That's interesting. My phone on. Wait. Am I long NQ? No. I mean, the bias is long at NQ. And NQ only wants to go up. And yes, even though in my weekend update, I said that NAS is probably going to sell down. I mean, intraday, we can be long. Look, show you how this works. You see in this is the hard sell-off I called, probably going to hit 26,000, but you're going to get these moments where you're long, right? Maximum upside on ceasefire is 29,400 before we head back down. But yeah, see, you can be long on the day, right? Which gives you, where you're going to hunt a trade for 5 to 15 minutes before it sells down. So it's too hard just to hold a short and as like on leverage. How are we doing on time? All right. Check some other questions. Yeah, that's the NAS. I don't know. Are we going to get rollover here? I'd wait for a clear signal. And the beta's, it is NAS. I'd be careful playing the view up here. Unless you're in and out. I tend to... Mohammed, did you watch my weekend update? I pulled ego off NHYMC. I just set alerts. So you got to watch gold. See, it's just going to run this channel as long. I know you can't see the full chart. It's just going to run this channel until gold decides whether to hold or break 4,000. Right. So I pulled off the report for now. If gold drops, this is going to go down to around 20. There's oil running. All right, Corey, you're late, man. Blaine, they have the infrastructure for data centers. That makes sense. All right, guys. What else do you have? Remember, Monday through Friday. I've been here for 4 years doing this. Find me at, also, you see the name of this account is Student Alpha. It could be tomorrow. It could be never. It could be the minute I close this, but Instagram's going to probably close this account. They're just doing it to too many good influencers. So you need to go to my backup account, the THE Student Alpha. Like, subscribe, and follow there. We put out content there that I don't put here. Right? How would I trail oil? Doreen, yeah, I'm long oil too. It's tough right now. That's a crazy beta. I trade. You almost have to. If you're swing trading, you're going to be wider. If you're intraday, 15 cents. If you day trading it, swing trade, stay $1 behind it maybe. So. All right, guys, got a free Discord. I can't give you the link. Go over to the Student Alpha. My links are over there. So I just need to start broadcasting over there. But I got 22,000 followers here that I spent years trying to gain. But I'm going to head off to my trading war room where I'm going to help my traders succeed today. We had a good week last week. I put our results in my story. So, all right, guys, have a good rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. Come trade with me. 7-day free trial. Have a good one.